Hello again, I'm Peter Brown. Welcome to my channel, Recipe for a Longer Life, devoted to helping you change your lifestyle and diet so that you can live a longer and healthier life like me. Today I'm going to prepare vegetable stock. It's something I usually do about once a week. It doesn't take a lot of effort, and I don't like using stock cubes. You never know what's in them. So I do this once a week and either keep it in the fridge or in the freezer. So, the things you need. You need 2 medium onions chopped. I'm using white onions, but you could need any type of onion. You need 2 large carrots chopped. You need 2 large leeks chopped. Half a head of celery chopped, and a half a bulb of fennel. You can vary all the vegetables, but I would advise keeping the carrots, onions and leeks. You need olive oil, a tablespoonful or 2. You also need garlic. I use about half a head, broken up and roughly chopped. You will also need herbs. I use fresh thyme because I have it growing outside, and fresh rosemary. You'll need a couple of sprigs of each. I also use bay leaves, either fresh or dried, and you need about 3 bay leaves. And you will need peppercorns and salt. I also chuck in a dried chili, but that's optional. Now I'm going to start chopping them up. I'm starting with a couple of carrots, which have been lying about in my fridge for far too long. You don't have to peel them, trim them. After all, you're not going to eat them. They're going to cook for 2 hours to flavour your stock. Couple of onions, apart from just cutting off the bottom, you don't have to skin them. Couple of fat leeks. The carrots, the onions and the leeks are what I consider basic ingredients. You can vary the best of the vegetables, and it's a very good chance to use up any stale ones you have in your fridge. Here we have half a head of celery. I'm chopping it all up, leaves and all. And as I say, you don't need to be really bother about peeling or trimming the vegetables. You're using them to flavour the stock. You're not going to eat them. Right, now fennel, of which I'm only going to use a half. I'll put those in. There are all our basic vegetables. The vegetables are prepared. We're going to use 2 casseroles. I'm going to light the gas, and I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. Actually, I'll put another one, so that's 3 for good measure. We're going to use 2 casseroles. We need to put some oil in the second casserole, 2 tablespoons. I'm now going to light the gas. There you go. So in go the vegetables. Evenly distributed. I'm going to sweat for a moment. I'm going to chuck in our herbs. Thyme into there, some into there. And here is the rosemary. Some into there, some into there. And here are the bay leaves. Some into there, some into there. Now I'm going to roughly chop up this head of garlic. Just split up the bulbs roughly. Now I'm going to add the cloves to our casseroles. That's for that one, and that for that one. Now we have this, which is a dried pepper. That's optional. I break it up into pieces, and I put some in there, some in here. Voila. Now, while you weren't looking, I covered the vegetables with water, about 4 litres. Now I'm going to put in a teaspoon of whole peppercorns. Teaspoon for you, there we are, and a teaspoon for you. Now the salt, I can do this with my hand. Now we're done, we'll let those cook. I'll bring them to boil and then turn the gas down so they're simmering, and we'll let them simmer for at least 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. Turn off the gas, let them cool, then I will strain the vegetables, throw them away, and we will be left with I hope, a nice tasty vegetable stock. So see you then. So here we go. Cooked our vegetable stock for 2 hours and a bit, and we've given it time to cool down. Now I'm going to strain it and put it in containers. Give that time to strain through and tip them into the sack. Let's dispose of this now. I've got 1 litre of it. I put it in here because this is going in the freezer. That will take a little more, but I think that will do because it swells once it's in the freezer. And anyway, that is 1 litre, which is always a handy measure. Now we start on this one. The reason we use stock rather than using water is it has taken the flavour from the vegetables. Well, I'll leave that there for a minute and deal with this one. You see, it's a good colour, good amber colour. And this container too takes almost 1 litre. So that's 2 litres, and these can go in the freezer. I shall label them before I put them in. Do make your tasty vegetable stock. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Goodbye.